yesterday I made a video of how we all are the problem of Nigeria, and I only talk about how some people just come online, carry their phone and just pass message without even considering the effect, or without even knowing the meaning or the effect of the message they are passing, and that leading to maybe dividing or not making Nigeria a better place. That is, they don't even think or they don't even make themselves better by making Nigeria a better place. And some people actually came and said, no, I should keep my mouth shut. I don't know what I am saying. Then how can I go ahead and be correcting somebody that has a lot of followers? So in my mind, I just thought that, okay, for this person, it just means that because the person has a lot of person, the person cannot actually make mistake. And at the same time, the person cannot make wrong judgment. The person cannot actually make or intentional or non-intentionally push wrong narrative. Well, that was what I thought about the person. However, I came across a video of how Dele Farotimi responded to the US message or warning message to Nigeria. Please watch that out, after which we look at other things.
As the Nigerian government continue to allow genocide in Nigeria? Now, if you know me, you will know that I am not a respecter of persons, I'm a respecter of truth. I do not need Trump to tell me that the Nigerian government is complicit in the genocide that has been taking place in the country. I do not require Trump, and I've been saying this consistently for a decade, in the public, in books, in speeches, in essays. There is substantial evidence in the public space to conclusively say that the Nigerian government allows what is happening. So let us be clear. We do not need Trump to tell us that, but he said that in his tweet. I have no choice. I have to follow the truth. I have to agree with him. The Nigerian government allows the genocide because there is indeed a genocide. And I have called it that for at least a decade. I do not require Trump to tell me that there is a genocide going on in Nigeria that the government of Nigeria has allowed. I do not require Trump to say that. Commodore Lawumi has already told us that. Bugaji has already told us that. Ozibaraje has already told us that. The fact that the creature called Alimoto Sheriff is still walking around in Nigeria and he remains a man of influence tells me everything I need to know about the complicity of the Nigerian state. Now, he said the USA will immediately stop all aids and assistance. I am forced to speak to a private encounter where I had occasion to speak to US government officials. And when I was asked, what is there anything we can do for you? I said, no, we don't require anything from you. I want nothing from anybody. Just stick your nose out of our business. Because the American interest in Nigeria is not exactly benevolent. But that is another topic for another day. I was clear. Stick your nose out of our business. And stick your nose out of our business includes keep your aids, keep your assistance. It's not been beneficial to us. If anything, your aids and assistance have only served to keep us further impoverished and reinforce the evil that you have allowed to overtake our country. So let us be clear. I am all for you doing number 2. Please, we beg you, stop all aids and assistance. But as you're stopping all aids and assistance, stop being the net recipient of our stolen commonwealth. I was in the US in the immediate aftermath of the 2023 election. And I was specific in saying exactly this. You allow things in Nigeria that you will not tolerate in your country. People who kill and murder Nigerians, to your knowledge, they buy homes in your country. They have dual citizenship. They have residence in your country. You say nothing about this and you're threatening us about the withdrawal of all aid. Keep your aids, please. But remove these people. Don't stop allowing them access to your banking system. Stop allowing them safe havens in your country, not just in America, all over your sphere of influence. Force them to come back to Nigeria to solve our own problems. The reality is that what you give with one hand, you take back with the other. Please, keep your aids. Please, keep your assistance. Now, you call Nigeria a now disgraced country. It wasn't disgraced under your rule. It's been disgraced a long time from inception. And it is up to us to make it honorable. But thanks for pointing it out to us. Because at least if the people who rule in this country will not hear us when we tell them, perhaps they'll hear, now that you're telling them how they've disgraced us all over the world. They come to you, cap in hand, or supposedly begging for charity from you, when you know how many billions they have stashed away in your banking system. So yes, the country is not just now disgraced. It's been disgraced for a while, with your help. And I'm not talking about you, Donald Trump. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about the West. I'm talking about the rest of the world, including China, and all the other people who have provided succor to those who have destroyed this beautiful country. So yeah, it's disgraced, but it was never really embraced. It is entirely up to us to do with it as we will, if we can find the grace to embrace it. Now, let us be clear about something. You're talking about coming to Nigeria and blazing. When the guns are blazing and the bullets are flying, we've seen examples of where America has done this everywhere in the world. We would rather you don't come into our country guns blazing. It doesn't really require you coming in guns blazing. It just requires you insisting on the right things being done in Nigeria. It requires judiciary. You know how corrupt they are. You have access to intelligence that the average Nigerian can never touch. You know. And if they are indeed persons deserving of death, you have more than ample evidence. You know what you used to do. Do that. Expose them. Bring them to international trial courts that are built by you. The Americans and the West created international criminal courts. If they are indeed persons within the Nigerian power cycle who are guilty of these things, you know what to do to bring them to justice. But please don't come into our country gun blazing. Nigeria is not Somalia, and it's a multicultural, multi-ethnic society. We don't need you to come into our country guns blazing. You understand? Now, you spoke of Islamist terrorists. Why not tell us the truth? You know who they are. Commodore Laoui told us. He flirted with it. He just couldn't release the names. But that is understandable. He's our own intelligence officer, trained by you as well. You guys was involved in this training. You guys have better files, access to better information than Laoui ever had. Why not tell us who they are? Why not tell the world? So please, don't tell us about coming guns blazing. You know who the terrorists are. Tell us. The ones in the power structure of Nigeria. Tell us. Expose them. Then you spoke of atrocities. The atrocities that have been taking place in Nigeria didn't start today. Started since around 2003. Sometimes with American connivance and silence. We are aware, but we've been rendered powerless because America has been largely complicit in what has happened to us. You can help us. Yes, you can. America can be a true friend to progressive forces in Nigeria, but not by coming in with your guns blazing. We don't need you coming into our country guns blazing. Just stand by the truth and insist on the right things being done. Now you have discovered the cherished Christians in Nigeria. Where were these cherished Christians in 2014, 2015? When the Obama regime, whether you like it or not, at the end of the day, was the American government. When the Obama regime was busy helping to install the APC government, which brought in the reign of Islamists and the attendant security challenges that we are facing today, that have been killing these same terrorist Christians in droves for over a decade. What has America been doing about it? And what did America ever say? So I'm happy that all of a sudden America remembers that there are cherished Christians in Nigeria, but they are also cherished Muslims. They are cherished Shia Christians, Shia Muslims who have been slaughtered in hundreds without America saying a word for years. So yeah, I agree with you in total. The Nigerian government had better move fast, because if it doesn't move fast, this country will be gone, whether America comes in gun blazing or not. And that is as far as it concerns the Americans. My enemy's enemy is not my friend. But the Americans are not our enemies. But they're also not our friends. Americans are Americans. Donald Trump is beholden to the American people. And it is his interest that Americans are bettered. So at any point in time, understand that he is elected to serve Americans. And when he's speaking promoting American interests. There are cherished Christians who are today being slaughtered in America, treated like animals in American detention centers, clamped in cages. And they are Christians. Latin Americans don't come more Christian than that. They're Catholics, largely Catholics. They don't ask your identity before they clamp you in their detention camps. So please, I do not require Mr. Donald Trump to tell me how nasty my country has become. It is nasty. Does it need help? Yes, we need help. Do we need to find ourselves? Yes, we do. Has Donald Trump lied in any way? No. He largely told the truth. My own position is that yes, help us, but we must help ourselves. It is up to us to help ourselves.
You've heard him. Now, real quick, he talks about, let us look at what Dele Farotimi talked about. He talked about the issue of US assisting Nigeria. He talked about the issue of insult to Nigeria, and he talked about the issue of mass buying of Christians, right? And he elaborated on that too, and by saying that other things happened, not only that. So, but then, yesterday when I made that video, a lot of people were like, no, it's not like that. No, how can you say that? We have to pass the message the way the message is supposed to be passed, which I agreed. We have to pass the message the way the message is supposed to be, which is a very beautiful one. At least the issue of mass buying of Christians has even drawn the attention of the United States of America towards Nigeria to see how they can take care of the problem. Beautiful one. But then at this junction, should we continue in that direction? I said no. And that is where I have a problem. Because I'm feeling that when we continue in the same narration and keep saying, no, this is this, it is going to make us in the fix. It is going to make us remain in the fix that, okay, since you are coming from the angle of maybe a religion background or religious sentiment, arguing from that, it's going to trigger the opposite religion and say, no, that is not what it is. This is what it is. That hence, we now have people who are now saying, no, it is not the mass buying of the Christian. Instead, it is equally, both faiths are suffering the same thing, right? And now it now put us in the fix. In the fix, both of us now are in the fix. Nobody is channeling the argument or voicing message that is going to lead to the solution. And this is where the politicians usually take advantage of us, because the president did that to us. He did that to us in 2014. He did that to the Christians by saying that there is mass buying of the Christians. And of course, even in 2022, he did that to the Muslims by doing the issue of Muslims no ticket and every other thing. And a lot of Muslims actually argued on the ground that it's Muslim ticket, not knowing that all these people are just using our emotion just to get away or to promote their business. That's my point. Okay, and aside of that, let me show us this record so that we'll be cleared about this information, because I don't like a situation whereby you just carry your camera and you just talk and you don't know some of other information. You don't do some findings. You just carry your camera and just talk without doing findings about things. So let me show us data by African Examiner, right? So African Examiner, they made a report, they posted a report. Let me read it out. It said, Nigeria records world largest number of Christian pie in 2021, says right group Intersociety. That is the group, they were the one that said that. So, and this post was made in 2022. So let me read the people involved in all of this information. Now you heard is African Examiner on Thursday, right? So the group, let me read it out. The group stated this in a statement it made available to Africa Examiner Thursday in Enugu, that is the venue, jointly signed by the board chairman, lead investigator, Comrade Emeka Umia-Balasi, head of civil liberty, rule of law, then Obia Nuju Joy Ogbeku Esquire, and head of international justice, and the list goes on of people who are involved in this. And now let me read their conclusion about the report. They said, in all, that is conclusion, in all, 75,644 Nigerians has been paid. Nigerians has been paid in the past 13 years, with Christian accounting for 45,644 by, and moderate and defenseless Muslims accounting for 30,000 by. That is their conclusion. That's their conclusion. In case you did not hear that, you can rewind it and listen to it again. 75,644 Nigerians have spied. Then 45,644 were Christian. Then 30,000 were Muslim. This was their report in 2022. So this is the report in 2022. Okay. So now, why am I reading this? It's not because I want you to understand. Okay, no, the people arguing like mass buying of the Christians have actually win. All the people who are arguing in opposite direction, that is both buying of the Christian and the Muslim, has actually won. But what am I bringing out there? I just want to understand that in all you think about this, people are buying. That's what I want you to understand. And we should channel our voice towards the solution to this problem. The solution to this problem. And that leads us to what the United States of America, what Donald Trump said. We love the Christians. We love the Christians. Come, is that true that the United States of America love the Christians, or Donald Trump love the Christians? We must understand that all these people somehow use our emotion for their own personal benefit. The president did it in 2014, where he said, okay, there is mass buying of the Christians, and the Christian fell for it, right? And the Muslim equally fell for Muslim ticket in 2021, yes, 2021, 2022, right? And now, Again, Donald Trump is now coming to play the same card to us. Why can't we just see it? Why are we just buried in this issue of tribal and ethnic sentiment, regional sentiment? For crying out loud, Americans are in the business of security. I don't know how to make this clear. And everything is written on the wall that they are business people when it comes to the issue of security. I just want that to sink for a moment. As a businessman, what do? You do anything to make profit. That is what business people do, right? They are not in a charity organization. Donald Trump has been shouting, "Make American great." Does he make American great by caring for Christians overseas, or by looking for resources that is going to make American great? I think there was a report that said, if you have so amount, that is where they can grant you visa to come to America. Why are they saying that? They say if Muslims or Christians have or Muslims are free to come. I mean, Christians are free to go, and Muslims, if you must have I don't care about Christians. Again, they have base scattered around Islamic countries. In UAE, in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia, all are business. Those are Islamic countries. They are for business. So if they are coming to Nigeria, don't think because they like Christians, they are card for business. A card for business. And the complicating issue in all of this, the fact that the people charged with the responsibility to fix this problem are even beneficiary. Likewise, the people we are calling to fix this problem are beneficiary of this problem. I think it's beneficiary. People that benefit from a problem, they are beneficiary. All of them are beneficiary. Because Nigeria government are a beneficiary of this problem. There is a lot of bills passed, budget for all the insecurity every year. But the insecurity is rising. There are reports of all these officials, some chiefs, some this, some that. All they are beneficiaries. Even the Americans too, they are beneficiaries. So why am I saying, I'm not saying that the Americans should not come. Of course, if they want to come, they can come because we have a problem. And we need we need help, just like Dele Farotimi said. We need help. We cannot deny that. We need help. And that is why we will call, let us sit down. Because somebody will say, if they want to come, let's come. They love the Christians. That is why they should come. They want to take everything. Are we even united in this country? Are you speaking in the way of unity of this country? Are you speaking in the way? What message are you passing? That's my point. What message are you passing? Are you thinking logically? Are you thinking devoid of the God you worship? Or let me say of who you worship, right? Or the language you speak? Are you thinking devoid of that? Are you encouraging unity? So if the US wants to come, let them come. Let us sit down on the table. When I mean sit down, I don't mean me. I mean Nigeria government. If they say they care about the Christian, okay, I want to believe them, right? I want to believe them. So, but then I don't want them to come the way they say they want to come. Let them come. Let them sit down with Nigeria government. Yes, on one side, if they truly, if they truly, the way they said, okay, they like, what is it called? They like the Christians, right? I want to agree with that. If they truly like the Christians, that should be on one side. Then they can sit down with Nigeria government and mount pressure on them. So, okay, now we are providing you with this. We don't want our Christian brothers and sisters overseas, right, to buy. So as such, these are the security apparatus. Fix this problem. If you are not fixing this problem, we will deal with you guys. Because you heard Dele Farotimi, he said they know better than even Nigerians and average Nigerians can even do. That the US has report of people involved in all of this. And even other report, you said, sponsored of this insecurity. Well, these are some of the things I just want you to see. So with this, I say peace out.